Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Doris, when we saw these two teams come up on the schedule, this was one you and I were looking forward to.
Oh, my goodness. This was one I've had circled for sure. And the reason, two teams that execute at a high level, and boy, did they play at breakneck speed.
Looking at the starting five for Boston. At the forward spots, the talented pair of Brown and Tatum. Corey Joseph out there with Derek White. And it's Garza in at the 5. Now here's Brown. Puts up a 3. Oh, my. Came close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
What I love about Jaylen Brown is his commitment to improvement. This guy's worked hard on his three-point shooting. He's worked hard on his handle and his decision-making, and there's still another level to come.
That one's off. Grant, the thing about Jaylen Brown, he doesn't need a lot of space to get his shot off.
You know, B.A., he has a quick release and rises high on his jumper. Has a great up fake and can stop on a dime. Usually all the space he needs to find his shot.
Jaylen Brown, in addition to becoming a champion, notched a big award in 2024, Doris.
It is undeniable that Jaylen Brown raised his level throughout the course of the playoffs in 2024. He was the MVP of the conference finals and the finals, and I thought set the tone almost nightly en route to that championship.
Tatum from long range. Rebounded by Minneapolis. They defeated Utah in their last game.
That was a tremendous all-around game. Their intensity was there, and their production was right there along with it, too.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was hard to imagine them being much better at the offensive end. They were so efficient in almost every aspect.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Outside Russell. And he converts the layup.
You have the sense that D'Angelo Russell likes to play through contact. This is a tough-minded player.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, Jordy Fernandez and I got a chance to talk for a bit. We talked about his approach in guarding Jason Tatum. He said, we want to crowd Tatum right from the jump and prevent him from getting into an early rhythm, especially from deep. Because when his three-point shot is falling, it opens up the rest of his game. Brian, back to you.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Here's Thomas. Following the 3 by Boston. To the inside. Here. Abdul-Jabbar's got 6.
Exactly the kind of start you're looking for. They are 4 for 5 out of the gates.
White, good.
Derek White, tremendous finisher in the painted area. Just drops it in softly.
Now here's Russell. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game. And he goes in for the dunk.
I'll tell you what, it's good to be his age.
Yeah, I don't have memories like that at my age, though. Pass to Joseph. White with a screen on Russell. Back to White. Kick out to Brown. Lets it go. And there's White. That's good on the assist from Brown.
Well, Derek White, fearless on the interior right there. Tremendous finish.
Russell to pass to Thomas. Here's Russell. Minneapolis passing it around. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. He hits it just before the shot clock expires. He's got 10.
They have no answer defensively inside.
White against Thomas. And that one is hammered home.
Derek White saying it's not just the big fellas who've got some hops. I can put it down. Yes, sir.
Russell, the pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Miller, left side. Pass to Thomas. And here's Portis, hounded by Tatum. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Hook shot on the way. Off the mark, making him 5 for 6 now.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
Derek White showing you I can put it on the deck and finish off a pretty drive. Nicely done, Derek.
And Thomas has got the ball here for Minneapolis. They trail by 1. There's a screen. Here's Russell. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. And you look at the shot pattern for D'Angelo Russell. Doris, lots of threes in there.
You're right, B.A. There's certain guys who believe in their ability to get hot from distance, and it can completely change the tenor of the game. That has been the story of D'Angelo's career.
And last season, Grant, the sale of the Celtics franchise for $6.1 billion. It seemed like a lot at the time.
Well, yeah, that was until the Lakers sale hit 11 digits last summer, B.A. But in both cases, basketball decision-making doesn't change right away. In the case of the Celtics, the governorship doesn't transfer until 2028.
Now here's Brown. He's got 5, and it's Tatum missing.
Nothing more important than contesting layups and dunks. A great job defensively.
Thomas misses. Boston trailing. Deflected. They get it back. The shot by Garza, no good.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
Right, he stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
And Boston has possession. Last time they met in Boston.
Their reserves have to step up this time around and get stops. That was the difference the last time these teams played.
Garza's shot is good.
What a find by Tatum. Draws the defense and kicks it out to 3.
For Minneapolis, they've gotten 7 of their 10 shots to fall. Pass to Miller. Back to Russell. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Here's the hook. And off the glass. That one's good. Abdul-Jabbar's got 12.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They should continue to ride the hot hand.
Here's Joseph, guarded by Russell. Garza's shot is good.
I mean, I guess they're willing to give him that shot. They may want to rethink that strategy, though.
Russell deciding where to go with it. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Inside. Outside for Russell. 5 to shoot. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. Let's see some of the numbers here for Jason Tatum. The Celtics making a switch here. Hauser's checked in. Here's Brown. 26 points for him last game against the Raptors in Toronto.
I thought his physicality was crucial, too. You know, he kept the defense on their toes and repeatedly got to the free throw line.
Nails the baby hook. He's got 7.
Oh, that's almost too easy for Jaylen Brown. We see you, sir.
Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. They set the screen. Russell, the pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Oh, hey! How about that?
He's shaking the hoop. He's actually shaking the whole building.
Oh, what a slam. Look here, the fans going crazy right now. How about that elevated look on the AT&T Connected Cam? Now here's Tatum. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against Toronto. It's hauled in by Portis. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Jaylen Brown with a rebound.
That is a rarity. When he takes flight, he usually hammers it home.
White finds Tatum. Off the mark there with a 3.
Boy, at some point, you've got to realize there might be a better option standing next to you. This guy has not made one basket in this period.
Now here's Russell. Down low. And down it goes. Dumped it through off a beautiful setup.
And that's a perfect pass by Russell. He really understands where to get his man the ball.
The Celtics have got 8 of 15 shots to go. Here's White. Outside, Brown. Pass to Garza. Let's go with a 3. Rebounded by Minneapolis. Here's Portis. Sinks that one from the post. Now it's a 3-point Minneapolis lead.
I like Miller's vision. I mean, he sees the court well and makes really good decisions with the ball.
With the step back. Tatum passes to Garza. Thomas against Brown. Going inside. Garza. Boston again missing. Minneapolis leading by 3. Outside Russell to the paint. Abdul-Jabbar's shot is good. Abdul-Jabbar's got 18.
This guy has been in attack mode this quarter. The defense might want to intercede here.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls the timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. For Minneapolis, Williams is checked in for Portis. Whitehead comes in for Thomas. And it's Chris Paul in for Russell. Brown passes to Garza. Outside, Brown. To end the run. Abdul-Jabbar with a rebound. Abdul-Jabbar's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Ball finds Williams. And yep, it's good. And Minneapolis leads by 7.
And they're building on their lead, doing whatever they can to blow this game open.
One of the things they're doing is identifying favorable matchups and then going at them.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team. Now here's Miller. 9 points in his last. Oh, that was something else, man!
Beautiful.
Oh, my goodness, the flare and the explosion on that finish by Brandon Miller. Look out below.
Back to Brown. The shot from the low post is good. Brown's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
I'll tell you clearly, this guy has found his rhythm. He's attacking with confidence early.
Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Boston with a rebound.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
Here's Brown. Rebounded by Minneapolis. Abdul-Jabbar's got 6 rebounds now in the game. There's the triple. And Miller good for 3. Miller's got his 2nd basket of the night.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flowing rhythm to their offense.
Outside Tatum. Hauser outside. Pass to Tatum. Right side Brown. Trying to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Good. He's taken 13 shots. He's drained 10 of them. Fantastic production.
Boy, this guy making the most of his chances here, really giving his team a lift.
Now here's Tatum, scoring around 28.5 points a game. A very talented offensive player. Out to the right wing. From outside the arc, Williams grabs the board. Minneapolis leading by 10. Whitehead passes to Paul. Here's Whitehead, defended by Brown. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. 20 points for him. Garza grabs the board.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. And here's Brown. He's got 9. Clock at 6. Pass to Garza from downtown. Good. And Brown gets the assist. Brown's got assist number 5 here tonight. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. Well, offense is the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. It's Minneapolis leading by 7. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. And when you consider how Minneapolis is doing, guys, your thoughts?
Well, coming into tonight, maybe you thought they were going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Nope, that's not the case.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
We've got Tyre Williams. He's out there with Terrence Mann, and it's Abdul-Jabbar in at center. White on the wing. He's guarded by Paul, and stolen by Williams. On the court for the Celtics. Second quarter underway. Sam Hauser out there with Chris Boucher. Then it's Derek White, and it's Gonzalez in at the 2 spot. Here's Gonzalez. Pass to Keita. Abdul-Jabbar with a rebound. Abdul-Jabbar's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Whitehead passes to Williams. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Coming off a 31-point game against Utah.
It wasn't just the scoring. He got others involved, too. And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks a lot, Brian. The Celtics trying to keep that laser focus. Coach Joe Mazzulla said, quote, "The closer you are to winning, the easier it is to become distracted by things that you can't control. Things that don't matter. Mindset, discipline, and mental toughness are what separate you." Brian, back to you.
Staying dialed in. Allie, thanks very much for the report. Here's Gonzalez. Here's White. Pass to Gonzalez. Fires the 3. Abdul-Jabbar with a rebound. Abdul-Jabbar's got 9 rebounds now. Now here's Mann. Defended by Hauser. Mann, the pass to Paul. Back to Mann. And here's Paul. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Abdul-Jabbar's got 22.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
White against Paul. Pass to Gonzalez. On the wing, Hauser. Nice ball movement by Boston. Basket counts. Keita's gotten his first points in this one. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Now Paul. Here's Whitehead from behind the arc. And he buries his first look.
Chris Paul is such a natural facilitator. His ability to read angles and deliver the ball on time and on target is special.
And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Joseph is checked in for Boston. And so many games come down to what you do at the line. Here are the shooting guards you'd want there this year. Number 5 is Derek White.
And 2 guard is a position where you'll find a number of great free throw shooters. These guys are the best of the best.
You know, that's a very steady bunch at the line, no doubt about that. In any kind of clutch situation, if it's one of those players shooting the big free throw, you can be sure he's going to come through.
Here's Boucher. Plus leading by 11. Here's Whitehead. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. And there's a 3-second violation. Now that we're into November, let's see how the Eastern Conference standings are shaken out. You look at Minneapolis. Early on, they've got the 3rd best record. And, of course, there's the Celtics behind 4.5 games.
Well, for the Celtics, what's crazy is we haven't really seen the early season explosion we expected from them, but they're starting to pile up wins nonetheless.
Well, it speaks volumes that they're able to win without being in their A place, in their A game. Once they really start to gel, it's going to be very hard to slow them down.
In transition, here's Williams, and Williams punches it home.
They're really in control on both ends of the floor right now, forcing turnovers and finding easy points, while the other guys struggle to keep up.
Now here's Brown. He's got 9. Hauser passes to Keita. Here's Joseph. He's guarded by Paul. Pass to Brown. Ooh, nothing falling for them right now. Minneapolis leading by 13. Wow, the fans are loud in here tonight, Doris. Early season hype is all around us.
This building feels electric right now. Listen, the standings are wide open. Hope is in the air. It's contagious.
Here's Abdul-Jabbar. This is the most they've led. 13 points. Sinks the tray.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Minneapolis will go for a different look here. Portis, he's checked in for Williams. Miller comes in for Mann. Cameron Thomas checked in for Whitehead. And D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Chris Paul. Tatum, he's checked in for Boston. Here's Keita, giving this team some energy, averaging a little over 10 points a game. Back to White. Brown against Miller. Tatum from long range. Good. And Brown gets the assist. Brown's got 6 assists now in the game. And so it's Russell who brings up the ball for Minneapolis. At one point, they led by 16. Thomas passes to Portis. To the middle. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a dunk, B.A.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. Here's Keita. Nice ball movement by Boston. Inside. Here's Tatum. Nice move. Rebounded by Minneapolis.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
White against Thomas. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. He's got 24. They double him with Brown. Here's the hook. Back to Thomas. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Hounded by Tatum with the hook shot. And Minneapolis getting another bucket right there.
Hey. A nice hook shot. That's a go-to move for him.
Pass to Joseph. Back to Brown. Shoots over Miller. And Brown can't hit. Minneapolis leading by 17. Down low. Oh, deflected. Now here's Russell. Thomas outside. Shot clock at 5. Here's Abdul-Jabbar, and Minneapolis getting another bucket right there. Celtics trail by 19. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
And there's a pick. Here's Tatum. Rebounded by Minneapolis. Portis has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
He just can't find a consistent way to score, and this team could certainly use it.
Pass to Joseph. Back to Tatum. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's on Brandon Miller. Doris at just 26 years old. Jason Tatum has his first title with the Celtics in 2024.
B.A., after he won the title, his first line was, "What are they going to say now?" This guy has done nothing but win from the time he entered the league. He is underappreciated as a big-time superstar. And guess what? There's a long way to go in his career.
And that one falls for Tatum. You know, Grant, for all his competitive nature, Tatum has a pretty calm demeanor. You appreciate that?
Yes, indeed. As a team leader, a father, a role model, and a professional, you can't ask for much better than Jason Tatum. He is the real deal.
Hauser, he's checked in for Boston. Now here's Miller. 5 points in the game. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. There's the block. On the wing, Hauser, guarded by Miller. Hauser outside. Here's Keita. And here's Brown for three. Bullseye! Jaylen Brown!
They are shooting it well from beyond the arc right now.
Outside Russell. To the paint. Here's Miller. That falls. Nice assist by Russell. Russell's got his 5th assist in this one.
Yeah, I like whenever Miller uses his size to his advantage, especially down near the rim.
Now here's Brown. He's got 12. Rebounded by Minneapolis. Abdul-Jabbar's got rebound number 13 tonight with that one. Over to the left wing. Thomas outside. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Tries the hook. Keita pulls it in. Celtics trail by 16. Brown passes to Tatum. Here's Keita. Abdul-Jabbar with a rebound. Abdul-Jabbar's got 14 rebounds tonight. Going after it.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
And Minneapolis getting another bucket right there.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
And Brown has got the ball here for Boston. This game coming after a loss versus the Raptors.
It really just wasn't a fun game for them. Their offense looked stagnant, and they couldn't get anything going.
I thought they were outworked and outplayed in just about every phase of the game. Maybe that's one of those situations where you say, hey, let's move on.
And so here's Minneapolis after the basket by Boston. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. There's a minute 17 left in the second. The offensive rebound. The hook shot uses the glass that time. It's good. Abdul-Jabbar's got 32 points in the game.
Even though they have the lead, this guy keeping his foot on the gas pedal, I love it.
Here's Keita. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Russell with the ball. Picked up by Tatum. Abdul-Jabbar lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Abdul-Jabbar's got 34.
Scoring well this quarter, picking up steam as he goes.
Pass to Brown. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Cam Thomas picks one up.
Boy, you have got to appreciate how hard Jaylen Brown goes. Amazing how he gets defenders to foul him when he's going up with his shot.
Free throw good. Brown.
You think about what Jaylen Brown brings to the table. Elite athleticism, three-point shot making, attacking the rim in transition, so much to like.
Garza's checked in for Boston. White comes in for Hauser. And both free throws good for Brown.
They've been flawless at the line this quarter. They need to stay aggressive and keep drawing fouls. That'll help them chip away at the lead.
Now here's Russell. Here's Thomas for three. And he recovers it. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Back to Thomas. Minneapolis passing it around. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. He's got 34. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. A terrific view of that move captured on the connected cam, thanks to AT&T. Five ticks left in the second. Portis with the steal. Got it up. And that's not going to go. And so it's Minneapolis with an impressive 16-point lead heading into the break. They're getting quality looks, and that's why they're shooting at such a high clip. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this.
Welcome, everybody. And as we start to work our way through the season, a sneak peek at the Rookie of the Year race.
You never know how long it will take for a rookie to adjust to the NBA game, but these guys have figured it out quickly.
Yeah, it's been And let's move on to that first half. Talk about a rough start for the Boston Celtics.
If you can't stop anybody, you can't win. It's just that simple.
Yeah, the game's been completely one-sided, and we promised our viewers a good contest. And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll head back down to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the third quarter.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Here's Tatum. They've got Miller. Cam Thomas out there with D'Angelo Russell. Then it's Bobby Portis. And it's Abdul-Jabbar in at the center position. And that's the group for Jordi Fernandez as we begin the second half. Here's Russell following the bucket by Boston. Miller outside. The three. That shot is off. Brown with some nice D. Oh, JB rattling the rim.
You see an illustration of how well Jaylen Brown understands their system. He's got great command of this offense.
Pass to Miller. And here's Thomas. Portis with a screen on White. Thomas passes to Portis. Can't connect from short range. Celtics trail by 12. Takes a 13-footer. Brown, no good. Minneapolis has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. And Jaylen Brown gets a whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game.
Yeah, he tried to gain position, but couldn't quite get there.
And if you're just joining us, we've played just over a minute here in the third. Hook shot on the way. That one goes. Count it. Abdul-Jabbar's got 36 points.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Just 5 on the clock. With a step back. Again, Brown missing. Minneapolis leading by 14. Thomas outside. Into the third. 2 minutes in now. Portis, the pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Miller outside. Pass to Thomas. Now here's Russell to the inside. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Hits the rim on the way in, and the bucket is good. Abdul-Jabbar's got 38 points. Outside, Brown. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Well, Brandon Miller has proven himself as a multi-positional player, Doris.
He has, and in this era of positionless basketball, Brandon Miller is a guy who can fit in a lot of different systems. He can shoot the jump shot. He can play face-up off the bounce. You can use your size to overpower guards in a mismatch. A lot to like with Brandon Miller.
Well, Grant, offense is trying to stretch the D to the breaking point. But it goes beyond just three-point shooting.
Yeah, there's how you position on the perimeter. But You know, then you also want that vertical spacing too, where you have a lob threat at the rim.
And both free throws good for Brown. And so it's Russell who brings up the ball for Minneapolis. Earlier in the game, they led by 19. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Back to Thomas. Outside Russell. 5 on the clock. Here's Abdul-Jabbar, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
And this is something he does all too well. Great position for the putback there.
And I like how he doesn't think twice about passing it out. Just going right for the slam.
No reason to do so there. He was going to leave, no doubt.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Williams is checked in for Minneapolis. Whitehead comes in for Thomas. All right, let's take a moment to appreciate some of the NBA's toughest defensive teams.
Where this team really makes an impact is on the defensive end. They're a unified front that doesn't make it easy at all to find open looks.
White with it. Give him 8. Here's Joseph. Back to Brown. 6 to shoot. And there's the screen. Pulls up. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
He's been off this whole period. Unable to sustain any kind of consistency.
Outside Russell. To the middle. Oh, got a piece of it. Williams. Boston pulls it in. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Jaylen Brown never loses confidence. Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla said he has great short-term memory. If he misses a shot, it never affects the next one. You can't shake him. I just love his poise and his ability to attack. Brown said, every time I take the floor, I want to be aggressive. Ryan, back to you.
You love that confidence. Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. Outside White. Back to Joseph. Nice ball movement by Boston. And here's Brown for 3. Oh, wow. Drew the contact, and that 3 almost went in. So he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Energy and activity. That is how Brown earns fouls like that.
Free throw good. Brown. Man, he's checked in for Minneapolis. That one misses. And he nails the third. And here's Russell. Out to the wing.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Abdul-Jabbar. 6 on the shot clock. Tatum pulls it in. Tatum's got 4 rebounds in the game. Right side Brown. Pass to Garza. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. Brown's got assist number 8 now on the night. Minneapolis leading by 14. Now Russell. Whitehead passes to Abdul-Jabbar. Now Williams. Hounded by Tatum. Back to Williams. Outside man. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. And good as it rattles through the hoop. Abdul-Jabbar's got 44.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Now here's Brown. He's got 22. Fires from the wing. Great D that time from Mann.
Listen, let's not put it lightly. This guy has really struggled here.
Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Releases. Garza grabs the board. Celtics trail by 16. Brown looking around. Now here's Tatum. Williams defending. Tatum against Russell. Tatum muscles his way in.
Well, with the high release point, Jason Tatum can be calm under duress on the interior. That's nice.
Pass to Whitehead. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Outside man. Now Williams. Over Tatum. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play opportunity. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Minneapolis.
I've been impressed with how assertive they've been offensively, getting the ball into the low post and powering through the defense.
Also, they've been living in the lane. They're getting the ball in close, and it's had a devastating impact all game long.
The Celtics making a switch here. Hauser's checked in. Now here's Brown. Looking at his scoring efficiency, he's averaging around 29 a game.
Boy, what terrific body control. Jaylen Brown, so athletic, loves to compete. Love it.
This is his 5th trip to the free throw line.
He could not find the mark from the free throw line in their last game.
Minneapolis leading by 13. To the wing, right side. Down low. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Shot blocked. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. It's time to take a glance again at that superb block.
You know, you can't ask for any better defense than that. He responded so fast to the shooter, and it stifled him.
Outside man, just 5 to shoot. Here's the hook. Abdul-Jabbar misses. Celtics trail by 13. On the wing, Hauser. Knocked loose. White with it. Russell covering. Pass to Brown. Brown draws the double. 6 to shoot. Now White. 4-3. Abdul-Jabbar with a rebound. His man. Counted. Man's gotten his first basket of the night.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Now here's Brown. He's got 25. A nice shot by Tatum. Tatum's got 13 now.
A guy like this, with the skill set he's got, you can keep the defenders guessing.
Russell to pass to man. Now Williams. Minneapolis passing it around. Outside for Russell. White with the steal. 3-on-3. Takes the 3. Rebounded by Minneapolis. Earlier in the game, they led by 19. It's a quick turnaround on the road. Just one game. White against Russell. They set the pick. Clock at 6. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. That falls. Nice assist by Russell. Russell's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Tatum against Williams. Takes a step back. Fires the 3. Hauser, that's good. Hauser's got his 2nd basket.
Now, Jason Tatum has become an extraordinary passer. This guy knows the attention he draws, just gets his teammates involved.
Pass to Whitehead. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Another one goes. Incredible.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Just putting on a show. Outside, Brown. Abdul-Jabbar with a rebound.
They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Russell to pass to Whitehead. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. What an incredible scoring display he's putting on tonight. Fader on the way, and Minneapolis getting another bucket right there.
Yeah, just late help on the defensive side. I mean, just another breakdown for them.
And I'll tell you, you look up at the scoreboard, that's correct. They have a big lead for a reason.
White, good.
Boy, despite his efficiency, they just can't get over the hump.
Minneapolis leading by 14. 46 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Pass to Whitehead. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. And Minneapolis getting another bucket right there.
You can tell his hustle inspires the entire squad. He really gets everyone so amped up.
Now here's Brown. Beyond the arc. Abdul-Jabbar with a rebound. Minneapolis has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. And he slams it in one-handed.
See, to me, the more D'Angelo Russell passes the basketball, the better his team is. Encouraging to see him focus on it.
White for 3. Oh, did he? He did! He got it to fall!
He did, B.A. So nice. Oh, what a miraculous shot. He's going to remember that one.
Listen, under duress of the end of the period, you just throw it up and hope.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. It's Minneapolis, up by 15. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling here on 2K Sports. And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. And so Paul will bring it up for Minneapolis. The lead is 15 on the floor for Boston. We've got Corey Joseph, Sam Hauser out there with Chris Boucher. Then it's Jaylen Brown, and it's Keita in at the center position. Now here's Paul. Shot clock at 6. Here's Thomas. And too long on the shot.
I'll tell you, this is not a game he'll want to individually remember, but they are positioned to close this thing out.
Minneapolis leading by 15. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. Wide open look. Hauser, that's good. Minneapolis shooting very well, 62% and going right at the defense. Paul drives in to the paint. Here's Claxton. It's good. The assist that time from Paul. Paul's got his 4th assist with that last one. Here's Joseph. He's guarded by Paul. Joseph passes to Brown. Boucher a screen on Thomas. Clock at 6. Pass to Keita to the left wing. Here's Boucher for 3. Some solid defense from Williams. Minneapolis has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Here's Mann. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Oh, that was nasty. A 2-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think anyone was going to stop him there. And Williams over to help. Here's Boucher for three. Knocks it down from distance. Boucher's got his first 3 points of the game.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Williams with the screen. Boy, left it right in the sweet spot with the lob. Nicely done.
Oh, what a pass. Those two read each other really well.
Looks like a play they've definitely run in practice. Pass to Keita. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play.
First personal foul. First team foul. Shooting for Boston.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Claxton finds Paul. Uses the glass on the layup. And Minneapolis leads by 15.
Well, you think because of his frame it would be easy to knock Chris Paul off balance, but this guy has concentration and tenacity. Really good job keeping his focus.
Now here's Brown. Out left to the wing. Here's Joseph. And the three off target. Minneapolis leading by 15. Outside Paul. Pass to Claxton. Here's Thomas. Rebounded by the Celtics. Keita's got 4 rebounds in the game. Joseph passes to Brown. From the arc. Boston, no good that time either.
After hitting a couple of threes in the first half, he hasn't had much going from distance.
Here's Williams. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
The 10th pick in 2021, Zaire Williams fits that mold everyone is looking for, Doris. The tall, rangy wing.
B.A., I think you can obviously, the physical potential is there. As far as this guy's efficiency and decision-making, that's a work in progress, and the only way to get there is with repetition for Zaire.
Garza's checked in for Keita. Here's Joseph. Outside, Brown. Pass to Garza. Lets the three fly. Rebounded by Minneapolis. Williams has got 5 rebounds tonight. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. Grant, you look at some of the rule changes in recent years. Does it seem to you like coaches' challenges are here to stay?
You know, B.A., it does. And I think that's a good thing. You know, I can think of a few calls I would have liked to challenge in my day. So it's a nice option to have.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Tatum comes in for Boucher, and it's White in for Brown. Now here's Tatum. Can they get it? Finds it again. 6 for 12 and remaining assertive.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
And so it's Paul who brings up the ball for Minneapolis. Thomas, right side. The three is up. Garza grabs the board.
Well, you can't buy a bucket. Shut out completely so far, and yet they're still ahead.
Pass to Joseph. Takes a three. Rebounded by Minneapolis. Now here's Paul. Now Williams for three. The rebound by Jason Tatum. Tatum's got 7 rebounds in the game. The drive by Joseph. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It goes on Chris Paul.
Well, that's the speed and a little bit of craftiness on display from Corey Joseph. So difficult to contain when he's aggressive.
He's off on the first. Boucher's checked in for White. And he sinks the second.
Well, what I like about Corey Joseph is this guy will give you a little bit of everything. Perhaps most importantly, guys, you know he's going to play consistently good defense.
Now here's Paul with the drive. Thomas, right side. Pass to man. Shoots over Tatum. Man, misses. Celtics trail by 16. The drive by Tatum. Misses from short range. Outside Paul. Oh, there's the alley. Tatum pulls it in. Well, the Celtics shooting only 36% since the fourth quarter started. And the call will be against Jason Tatum. That's his first foul.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
Boston making a switch here. White's checked in. And Jordi Fernandez calls timeout. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. And Minneapolis making a change here. Here's Paul. It's Thomas on the wing. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Down it goes. Jam that one home.
Boy, he is just putting this team on his back right now, and he's got his rhythm. You just keep playing through him.
Outside Tatum. Tatum drills the three.
I'll tell you, tough first half, puts it in the rear view. The shooting percentage starting to reflect that.
Paul with it. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Tries the hook. Another bucket. Wow.
Oh, what a performance. Arguably the best in franchise history.
He's tied the franchise mark for most points in a game. The next basket breaks it. Tatum from long range. And again, Boston with the triple.
Backing up that last three with another three. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Outside Paul. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. 6 on the shot clock. Garza grabs the board. Garza's got 5 rebounds tonight. White, the pass to Garza. On the wing, Hauser. Thomas defends. Right side, Tatum. Here's Garza. Lets it go from deep. Abdul-Jabbar with a rebound. Outside man. Pass to Thomas. Williams on the wing. Minneapolis passing it around. And here's Paul. Shoots over White. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Hits yet again. Wow!
Never in the history of the franchise have we seen a game like this. He's putting on a remarkable performance.
It's their all-time single-game scoring record. Their fans will be reliving this game for a long time. There's Tatum with the three. Gets the three to fall. Tatum's got 25 points.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Here's Paul. Hooks it in off the killer crossover. And Minneapolis leads by 15.
They're winning the battle down low by imposing their will.
Tatum passes White. Here's Garza. Outside Tatum. Ooh, it doesn't go. Minneapolis leading by 15. And here's Paul. On the wing, Williams. Here's Abdul-Jabbar, covered by Boucher. Bucket! Straight in!
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Well, when it's closing time, he's trying to lock the door. He's been going all night.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. And while we have a moment here, let's take a look at our player of the game, someone who really took over and earned this award tonight.
And I'll tell you what, this was one easy pick for sure. From the start, he looked in total control for the entire game. It's incredible to see a player outperforming everyone else on the court.
And you know, this home arena really appreciates this guy. And it's clear that he takes pride in playing his best in front of them. Booyah! He sinks the triple.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Man, he's on fire. Playing patient basketball, not forcing shots.
On the wing, Tatum. Williams defending. From 13 feet. The putback. The putback. How about the activity?
Oh, phenomenal hustle. He has a knack for those boards.
Man, he is tenacious when that ball goes up. Here's Thomas. And no one in the vicinity.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
Now here's Brown. Tatum inside, working on Williams. Here's the pass to Brown. Beyond the arc. Oh, it misses! Minneapolis leading by 16. Now Paul. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Unloads from 13 feet. And rebounded by Tatum. White. A playmaker who can also score in bunches. I'm talking about Derek White, Doris.
I'm so glad you are, PA, because Derek White's big-time shot-making ability under duress of the shot clock. How many times does this guy get the ball with very little time on the clock, and he just stands calmly and delivers shot after shot? I think the thing that's most striking about Derek White, guys, he's capable of affecting games in so many ways. Yes, he can score it. Excellent passer and a very versatile cross-positional defender, a guy who can contribute to a good team.
They can take their time if they want.
Yes, you have to regroup, make sure you get a good shot.
27 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Just 5 on the clock. Chris Paul. Oh, he misses the deep three. And so it's Minneapolis with the W. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat down the stretch.
They really were, B.A. They played with great intensity on both ends of the floor, and they didn't allow their mistakes to get the better of them.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and our entire crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for tuning in. As we leave, we present our player of the game.